Yeah.
Sam, I know it's one thing. You guys this offense to a bigger
Um, I think there are little tweaks that we're gonna put in as far as conceptually what we're trying to do. And we haven't gotten too much into that. Obviously, we will here this week. So I think a couple of those things, like it's we played really fast last year, and that's what every team says at the beginning of training camp. We want to play fast. I think for us, it's certain areas. Um, I think it's important. Like, was it Jeff Van Gundy's always used to talk about when he was doing commentating about like getting into your offense quicker. Like the offense itself doesn't always have to be crazy fast, but I think getting it up the court and getting into a scoring area consistently on a quick basis makes it so much easier, gives you more time and whatnot to score.
In terms of playing fast, what ways has Kenny implemented that into practice and the kind of drills you guys are doing?
Yeah, we're just working on quick outlets. Whoever's there to take the ball out, get it and go. During open gym, we had a little scoring system for if you could get the ball past a certain area in a short enough amount of time. So little stuff like that.
How does having somebody you think of as a good rebound?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, it's huge. It allows guys like Don and DG to get out and run. And, when they're allowed to space the floor with him bringing it, like transition is where you can get your shooters easy shots. And a lot of times it's maybe me or Max or DeAndre. But if we can get to the point where it's also Don and DG, like that can make their life so much easier.
Look forward to about sharing forward.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. I'm excited. He's just talking about what we're talking about, getting the ball up ahead. He loves to pitch the ball ahead, pitch the ball across. Like he's always looking. He's just one of those guys that just instinctually is always going to make the extra pass, always going to make the right play, and who knows exactly what these units will look like, but like, when you have a guy like Larry or Thomas who are really good screeners, along with a guy like Lonzo and the other guys we have that know how to play, like that could be good for all of us. Same thing. I mean, we want to be aggressive. We want to force turnovers, and he's, one of the better ones in the league at deflections and getting steals and whatnot. So I think he's really going to help us.
In terms of the way this organization develops players, Greg talked about it yesterday. Just they find guys, they get them on an exit of 10 or two-way, and then automatically they just kind of find their way through.
Yeah.
Can you speak to just that ability of this franchise to do that and how special that is? Like, especially when you look at how Craig's been in the gym, Naquan's been in the gym, guys like that.
Yeah, I mean, it starts with finding not just guys that end up working out, but finding the right guys. You got to have to be in the position like that I've been in or that Craig's in, where you're not as highly touted or whatnot. Like you got to have a lot of grit and toughness, and got to be a good dude. And the Cavs always bring in good dudes, and that's important. But then, like you said, those guys have been in the gym. They've kept them in the gym all summer. Like Craig, Jalen, Tyrese, Naquan, Luke, all those guys have just been around, and we do a lot of unique development stuff. But I think it's been good for me, obviously, but I think it's been good for those guys as well.
And we talked about Kenny coming in with his hair on fire last year, but DeAndre kind of did too when he got traded here.
Yeah.
How have you noticed him maybe change or maybe warm up a little bit more this summer and getting to know you guys a little bit closer?
Yeah, he's definitely more outgoing than he was when we first got here. I mean, he had Ty that helped in his previous relationship with him. But he's a great dude, and he just continues to make basically every shot he takes. So if he continues to do that, he's going to be really good for us.
Anything on Zoom? All right. Thanks.
Yeah, what do you expect offensively for the different especially versus last year?
Honestly, I can't really answer that yet. We haven't put too much offense in yet. I think we were one of the best offenses in the league last year, and I don't think we're going to change too much. So, like I said, I can't really speak too much on that yet, but maybe, a few weeks from now, I have a better answer.
I know it's early, but is there anything that you noticed that's different about her?
He's definitely stronger. He's definitely more aggressive. He has confidence. You could tell he's putting in a lot of work. I seen it this summer. I was working out with him. He's gotten a lot better. So, I think obviously giving us confidence, us giving him confidence and the confidence he has in himself, I think he's gonna have a great year.
Sam talked about how you guys might be playing a little bit faster in different areas. In what ways has Kenny implemented that into into practice and kind of the philosophy?
Yeah, we have. He has a couple drills where we get points for just getting it over half court by a certain time. So that really just pushes the pace, and he tells us to pick up four as well, which pushes the pace for the other team. So definitely looking to play faster, but other than that, offensive wise, like I said, I can't really speak on too much.
What excites you about him?
From what I've seen from Lonzo, he's a tremendous passer. He's just a great teammate to play with. He's one of those guys that, he's not on your team, but you see him on other teams and you're like, that's a dude I would want to play with. He's a great defender. He's active and he can shoot the ball as well. So he's all around and, I'm excited to, run a break with him for sure.
Doesn't really change too much because you played with them last year, but say you do play the three with like Evan and Jared at the same time. Just how are you guys complementing each other's skill sets on each end of the floor?
I think we're going to help each other a lot defensively. Being able to switch with those guys, it makes it easier for them. They don't have to worry about guarding the pick and roll as much as a big. So I just try to make it easier for them. They try to make it easier for me. And offensively, we still gonna have to figure it out. I haven't played with them for too long, so I still got to figure out what they like, what they're used to. But I think that'll be easy.
Emphasis on a part of your game that you'd like to improve on, just in general, even like not even having to do.
Yeah, I think just being more vocal. Max is one of our vocal guys. He might not be around for the first 2 months. TT was one of our more vocal guys as well. So I think I have to step in that role and help Don and help DG and that as well.
Coming over the season, having limited time here with that group, how long does it take you comfortable with or a certain line of play playing with them?
I think it just takes. Honestly, I think it takes a training camp, maybe a few games during the actual season, to see what it plays like in the game. But last year, like I said, they won like a 15-game winning streak when I got here. So, like I said, it was a feeling of being wanted but not being needed. That's what I felt like. But it's a different need for me this year, so I'm excited, and we'll see what happens from there. It was very unique. 'Cause I stepped into a different, kind of situation. It's a team that was looking to win, a team that was winning. Um, I'm like, who is saying that? But I was like, I forgot what I was saying.
Anything on Zoom? All right, thanks, sir.
Thank you, guys.